Next, take out the white yarn to crochet the cat's belly. First, working into a chain, wrap the yarn around your little finger. Pass the yarn through your index and middle finger, bring the yarn over. Keep a length of yarn tail, pinch the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. Tie a knot. Tighten the knot. Next, work 3 chains. Yarn on hook, pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. The first chain is done. There is a V shape at the side. Such a V shape is 1 stitch. The second chain. The third chain. 3 chains are done. There are 3 V shapes at the side. Start crocheting from the penultimate chain. This is the last chain. Skip this chain. Start crocheting from the penultimate chain. Work on its half loop. Next, work 2 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. That's to work 2 single crochets in this half loop. Yarn on hook, pull the yarn out of the loop. Yarn on hook, pull the yarn through the 2 loops. The first single crochet is done. Mark the first stitch. There is a V shape at the side. Such a V shape is 1 stitch. Insert the hook into the same stitch. Work the other single crochet. We've worked 2 single crochets in the same stitch. 1 increase is done. Next, the second increase. Insert the hook into the next half loop. The first single crochet is done. Insert the hook into the same half loop. Work the other single crochet. The second increase is done. Next, work 1 chain. Turn the fabric over. Row 1 is done. Next, row 2. Insert the hook into here. That's the second V shape. The first V shape is the chain we just crocheted. It does not count as a stitch. It is just as the height of a single crochet, so don't insert the hook into the V shape. Insert the hook into the second V shape. According to the diagram, we need to work 1 increase in the first stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. The first single crochet is done. Mark the first stitch. Insert the hook into the same stitch. Work the other single crochet. 1 increase is done. Next, work 2 single crochets. Insert the hook into the next stitch. The first single crochet is done. Insert the hook into the next stitch, the second single crochet. 2 single crochets are done. Next, work 1 increase in the mark stitch. Insert the hook into the entire stitch. One increase is done. Next, work 1 chain. Turn the fabric over. Row 2 is done. Next, row 3. Skip the last V shape. Insert the hook into the penultimate V shape. The first single crochet. Mark the first stitch. Insert the hook into the next stitch. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The fifth single crochet. Insert the hook into the marked stitch. The sixth single crochet. 6 single crochets are done. Next, work 1 chain. Turn the fabric over. Row 3 is done. Next, row 4. In row 4, we need to work 1 increase, 4 single crochets, and 1 increase. Next, the first increase. Mark the first stitch. Insert the hook into the same stitch. Work the other single crochet. 1 increase is done. Next, work 4 single crochets. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. 4 single crochets are done. Next, work 1 increase. One increase is done. Next, work 1 chain. Turn the fabric over. Row 4 is done. Next, row 5. In row 5 to 8, work 8 single crochets per row. Remember to work 1 chain at the end of each row. After working 1 chain, turn the fabric over to work next row. Next, row 5. The first single crochet. Remember to mark the first stitch. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The fifth single crochet. The sixth single crochet. The seventh single crochet. The eighth single crochet. Next, work 1 chain. Turn the fabric over. Work row 6 to 8 in the same way as row 5. We will skip the repeating part. Row 8 is done. Next, row 9. First, work 1 decrease. Decrease means combining 2 stitches into 1 stitch. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 2 loops on the hook. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn on hook, pull the yarn through the 3 loops. 1 decrease is done. Mark the first stitch. Next, work 4 single crochets. Insert the hook into the next stitch. The first single crochet. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. 4 single crochets are done. Next, work 1 decrease. Remove the marker. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn hook, pull the yarn through the 3 loops. 1 decrease is done. Next, work 1 chain. Turn the fabric over. Row 9 is done. Next, row 10. In row 10 to 14, work 6 single crochets per row. Work 1 chain in the end of each row, then turn the fabric over for next row. Next, row 10. Mark the first stitch. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The fifth single crochet. Remove the marker. The sixth single crochet. 6 single crochets are done. Next, work 1 chain. Turn the fabric over. Row 10 is done. Work row 11 to 14 in the same way as row 10. We will skip the repeating part. Row 14 is done. 1 chain is done. Next, row 15. First, work 1 half double crochet. Yarn hook, pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn hook, pull the yarn through the 3 loops. 1 half double crochet is done. Mark the first stitch. Next, work 1 double crochet. Yarn hook, insert the hook into the stitch. Yarn hook, pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn hook, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. There are still 2 loops on the hook. Yarn hook, pull the yarn through the remaining 2 loops. 1 double crochet is done. Next, work 2 chains. The first chain. The second chain. 2 chains are done. Next, work 2 slip stitch. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 2 loops on the hook. Pull the first loop through the second loop. The first slip stitch is done. The second slip stitch. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 2 loops on the hook. Pull the first loop through the second loop. The second slip stitch is done. Next, work 2 chains. The first chain. The second chain. 2 chains are done. Next, work 1 double crochet. Yarn hook, insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn hook, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Yarn hook, pull the yarn through the remaining 2 loops. 1 double crochet is done. Next, work 1 half double crochet in the last stitch. Remove the marker. Yarn hook, insert the hook into the last stitch. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn hook, pull the yarn through the 3 loops. 1 half double crochet is done. Next, work 1 chain. Next, work single crochets on both sides of the belly. No need to work single crochets on the upper part. Work single crochets on the remaining part. The stitches are irregular. Make them more regular while crocheting. Place the yarn tail above the hook, hide it into the fabric while crocheting. The single crochets are done. Stretch the loop. Cut the yarn. Pull the yarn tail out. This side with clear V shape is the front side. This side is the back side. Hide the yarn tail at the back. The cat's belly is done. Next, let's crochet the cat's tail. Take out the white yarn. First, working into a magic ring, wrap the yarn around little finger. Pass the yarn through your index and middle finger. Bring the yarn over. Make a loop around your middle finger. Pinch the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. Insert the hook into the loop. Yarn around hook, pull the yarn out of the loop. Yarn around hook, pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. A magic ring is finished. In round 1, we need to work 5 single crochets in the magic ring. Insert the hook into the loop. Yarn around hook, pull the yarn out of the loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around hook, pull the yarn through the 2 loops. 1 single crochet is done. Mark the first stitch. There is a V shape at the side. Such a V shape is 1 stitch. The second single crochet. Insert the hook into the loop. Yarn around hook, pull the yarn out of the loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around hook, pull the yarn through the 2 loops. The second single crochet is done. There are 2 V shapes at the side. Such a V shape is 1 stitch. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The fifth single crochet. 5 single crochets are done. Stretch the loop. Tighten the loop in the middle. Pinch the yarn tail, pull it hard. We are working into a spiral, so we don't need to work slip stitch to connect the round. Start round 2 in the mark stitch. In round 2, we need to work 5 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Insert the hook into the first stitch, that's the mark stitch. Work 2 single crochets in this stitch. Place the yarn tail above the hook, hook it into the fabric to hide. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. The first single crochet is done. Mark the first stitch. Insert the hook into the same stitch. Work the other single crochet. The second single crochet is done. The first increase is done. The second increase. The third increase. The fourth increase. The fifth increase. Five increases are done. Round 2 is done. In rounds 3 to 5, work 10 single crochets per round. That's to work 1 single crochet in every stitch. Remove the marker, insert the hook into the first stitch. Mark the first stitch of every round. Insert the hook into the next stitch, the second single crochet, the third single crochet, the fourth single crochet, the fifth single crochet, the 10th single crochet. 10 single crochets are done. Round 3 is done. Work round 4 to 5 in the same way as round 3. We will skip the repeating part. The 9th single crochet, the 10th single crochet. Pull the yarn out of the stitch. Before the 10th single crochet is done, change into blue yarn. Wrap the blue yarn around your hand. Pinch the yarn behind the fabric. Pass the yarn through the 2 loops at the same time. 10 single crochets are done. Round 5 is done. Next, round 6. Remove the marker. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Place the yarn tails above the hook. Hook them into the fabric to hide. Pull the yarn tight. 1 single crochet is done. Mark the first stitch. The second single crochet, insert the hook into the next stitch. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. Continue to work 1 single crochet in every stitch. Ten single crochets are done. Round 6 is done. In round 7 to 17, work 10 single crochets per round. That's to work 1 single crochet in every stitch. Remove the marker. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Remember to mark the first stitch of every round. Continue to work 1 single crochet in every stitch. We will skip the repeating part. Stuff the cotton into the fabric while crocheting. Round 17 is done. We finish stuffing the cotton. Stretch the loop. Cut the yarn. Keep a length of yarn tail for sewing. The cat's tail is done. Every part of the cat is done. Let's assemble them together. First, sew up the body and the head. Sew the cat's body on round 24 to 25 of the head. First, find round 24. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Between round 24 to 25. Next, start sewing. Sew 1 stitch on the head and then sew 1 stitch on the body. Sew it stitch by stitch. Don't skip any stitch. Pull the yarn tight. Adjust it while sewing, don't sew it crooked. Adjust it while sewing. Sew it in the middle. After sewing, pass the needle back and through the head a few times to fix the young tail. Next, stick the belly onto the body. Find the place in the middle. Apply the glue on it. Wait for the glue to get solid. Next, sew up the arms. Sew the arms on both sides of the body. They should be at the lower side of the cheek. One arm is sewn up. It is right below the cheek. You can adjust it according to your own situation. Just make sure both arms are symmetrical. After sewing the arm, sew one more stitch to fix them. If you don't want the arm to turn upward, sew one more stitch below. The arms are sewn up. Next, hide the young tail. Pass the young tail back and through the body a few times. Take out the nose. Let's stick its nose onto the head. This side with clear pattern is the front side. This side is the back. Tidy it up. Make it concave. Apply the glue here. Take a closer look. There are 3 protruded angles. Make it symmetrical. Find the middle. Apply the glue. The nose should be in the line with the belly. After finding the position, press it. Next, sew up the ears. We've worked single crochets on these 2 sides. We didn't work single crochet on this side. Sew this side on the cat's head. 2 sides should be symmetrical. This ear is done. The pin point is between round 3 to 4 of the head. This is round 1, 2, 3. Find between round 3 to 4. Locate it. Start sewing. The ear consists of 1 outer ear and 1 inner ear. Sew up the inner ear first. Pull the yarn tight. Pick the stitches off the inner ear. Only inner ear, don't pick the outer ear. Pull the yarn tight. Pick the half loops only for sewing. To sew through here later. Don't insert the needle through these holes or these holes. Pick half loops only, because it will be less obvious if we pick less stitches. Pull the yarn tight. The inner ear is done. Next, sew the outer ear. Sew it stitch by stitch. Pull the yarn tight. The outer ear is done. Fix the yarn tail inside the head. Next, glue the cat's eyes. There are 2 yellow pads and 2 green pads. Glue the yellow ones first. Find a suitable position. Make sure it is symmetrical. After the eye pads are glued, place the eyeballs on them. Also stick the nose. Press it. Make the eyes more solid. Take out a length of white yarn to sew the pattern between 2 eyes. Pass the needle back and through the head a few times to fix the yarn tail. There are 3 vertical stripes between 2 eyes. One of them is in the middle. Above these stitches. The other 2 are on both sides. Pass the needle out from the side. That's this hole. The position is good. It is not in the middle. Sew the stripes in the middle first. Pick the half loop in the middle. Pass the needle through. The yarn is now in the middle. Space 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pick the half loop. The upper yarn is also in the middle. Fix the yarn tail. Split the 4 strands of yarn. Tighten it. Sew one more on the left of this yarn. Pass the needle out through the hole at the left. Pass the needle through the hole below. Pass the needle to this side. Split the 4 strands of yarn. Tighten the yarn. Use the same way to sew one short stripe at the right side. After sewing 3 stripes, hide this yarn tail. Next, take out 1 ply black yarn to sew the cat's mouth, beard, and the toes. Because there is glue below the mouth, we should insert the needle harder. Insert the needle below round 1 to 2. Insert the needle from both sides. After passing the needle through this side, pass the yarn tail back and through the head a few times to fix the yarn tail. Pass the yarn through the next side. Insert the needle hard through the fabric. Adjust the arc of the mouth. Next, sew the beard. One side's beard is done. Sew the beard of the other side. Start sewing the beard on both sides of the nose. Space 1 stitch. Find the symmetrical point. Pull the beard tight. The beard is done. Next, take out one ply black yarn to sew its toes. These foot's toes are sewn up. Fix the yarn tail. Adjust this yarn. Make it in the middle. Fix the yarn tail. The toes are sewn up. Next, sew up the tail. The tail should be sewn below the body. It is okay to sew it low. Adjust it according to your own situation. The tail is sewn up. The cat is done.